let's bring out Iovox call tracking.
All right, remember, if you have questions, post them on Lab Code Agents. Questions.
Hey, everybody. How are you all doing? My name is Ryan Gallagher. I'm the CEO and founder of Iovox. If you look in the crowd, there's a guy called Gianni who's here with me as well. If you're looking for tips on call tracking or what to do in Las Vegas, he's your man. He lives here, he's from here, so he can give you good tips on that. Who here has a phone? Yeah, I thought quite a few people would have phones. So we are a call tracking company, but we're effectively a data analytics company. So we pull information from phone calls, and we allow you to make better business decisions with that information. So we have over 10 years of experience in real estate. We work all around the world with property portals and real estate agents in over 20 countries. And we have a lot of historic information as well as new information, new products which are coming out all the time. But I'm going to talk to you about some of that here. So the big problem is most of you don't know what's happening on your own phone, much less on other people's phones, because it's in your phone for a second and then it gets deleted and it's gone. So what we do is we provide context to the communication device, which is your phone. So the first problem I'm going to address is operational. So operationally, as you can see, this is a standard call history. It doesn't tell you where they got your number. It doesn't tell you much about that at all. So we address that by making it look like this. It looks like email. You can take notes, you can tag calls, you can flag them for follow-up, you can do pretty much whatever you want. You can transcribe the calls and record them, and this is then all searchable. So if I look in my phone and I type in Vegas, I will see where I made a call when I was in Vegas, where I said the word Vegas, or where a call was about Vegas. This is available on a mobile app. This is not a VoIP dialer. This uses your own inherent dialing capabilities on your phone, and it's available then on your desktop or on your mobile. The second problem we're going to address is marketing. So right now, you get a lot of inbound calls. You don't necessarily know where they're from. So we allow you to put a phone number on each of those metrics and track and see where every single call comes from, not just the first touch and where the call came from and was it answered, but also what happened after that. Did anybody call them back? Did anybody answer the phone? So everybody tracks the first touch on websites. Some people track the first touch on phone calls, but nobody tracks the full life cycle of a communication like we do. So it's very simple to use. We've spent a lot of time making this as simple as we possibly can. So you buy a phone number. We have phone numbers in over 65 countries around the world. You attach data to that phone number to say what it's about. You then set up, if you want, Whisper, which is a message. We play millions of these every week around the world, which says this call was brought to you by, this is a Facebook call, this is about this specific property. And afterwards, you can see analytics and share it all. You can see who answered the phone, which people do or don't respond well to certain types of calls, and make better business decisions with actual data rather than guessing. And I can finish there, but there's people backstage who want to hear the buzzer, so I'm going to keep on talking until they make the buzzer go. No cut? Oh, good job. Thanks. I didn't even win anything?
No, you don't win anything at all. Sorry.
I made them happy, so that's all that counts.
All right, well, let's get right into it, dude. You did make them happy. Good job on buzzing it. How do you see successful agents using your product in their business?
It's really simple. You will have a view on what is happening in your business that you don't have now. It's like a black hole of information.
All right.
So you can share calls with each other. If I've spoken to you in the past 5 years, I will know. Okay. It will come up on my call. I will know the notes. I will know what I said to you 5 years ago. I will know who else in the company has spoken to you, and I will know if there's any outstanding action items.
Just based on the phone number coming in, it gives me all that data.
Yeah, and the contact.
All right, good. Any other data that we get from people calling in?
We can transcribe the call, so you can do keyword searching. You can do sentiment analysis.
Okay.
So we can do a lot of high-end stuff, but honestly, a lot of the basics just aren't there at the moment in the world.
Okay, so essentially when someone calls us, all their information pops up on our screen, right? Mm-hmm. And then we can see kind of at a glance before we answer sort of a recap of what our last conversation was about.
Yeah.
Then when we hang up, it allows us to add more notes if we need to?
Yep, you can add notes. You can share the call with people. So I, for example, can share a call with Gianni to say, follow up on this call. He'll get what I said. He will get what needs to be followed up. You can get a date on that. And this works for mobile phones, but also PBX systems. We're integrated with BroadSoft, and we're integrated with more and more systems as we go. We work with Cisco phones, so that you can then get all of your visibility in one place.
So how do you mentioned transcribing, and transcribing has kind of been, so-so at best, right? How do you make sure that the transcription is as accurate as possible? What type of technology are you using for that?
So we use multiple technologies, but one of the keys is that we capture it on the handset, not on the network. So we can do both. We are, in many countries, we're a telco, but it's much higher quality bitrate if you actually capture it on the phone, and that's key to getting accuracy. And then also who you actually use for that, and then splitting the call into two parts. So we only record one side of the conversation for privacy purposes. That also makes it a lot easier to be able to get accuracy.
Interesting. Okay, interesting.
Well, you have competition, right? There are some companies out there like Call Action who goes up against you too. How do you guys differ?
We're not a VoIP provider, so we're not there trying to tell you to change your habits.
Okay.
It's absolutely key that you just keep doing what you do. We will provide you with an app that sits on your phone, and anyone can download that. And then you just make phone calls as normal. So we don't want your minutes. If it's an inbound number, we do actually require you to put one of our phone numbers there. That's for the marketing insights into where that call came from. But we are agnostic as to what tools you actually use. We see it as an arms race, and we're selling nuclear weapons.
All right, so the way that we've used your product in the past, not yours specifically, but something similar, is that we put specific phone numbers on our mailers, on our website, on different aspects, kind of like what you showed there.
Yep.
And then we can track our ROI, right? How do you see the top agents using your product? Is it similar or is it different?
It depends what they want to use it for operational or marketing, but the key is that once that call comes in, they'll be able to work out where to spend their money better.
Okay.
They'll be able to see what the call is about when they answer it. They'll know where it came from. So sometimes everybody uses their mobile device for business and pleasure, right? So you answer it differently if you know it's a business call.
Yeah.
So hearing a little whisper saying this is a business call about 204 Campbell Drive, you know what it's about. So you can answer it more professionally and more educated before you even start to speak. So it just changes the way you communicate. It's more like email.
So what's coming up for you guys in the future, real quick, for 2020? Any new releases we should be aware of that could, potentially help us increase our business?
Sure. I mean, we're tracking text messages already on our inbound numbers. We're adding that to the platform where we can track that inbound and outbound on the app. We have a new release going out of the overall platform, which is much simpler for people to use. And all the information, by the way, is available via the API. So we share information with multiple different, if you say you want it in this platform and it's possible, it'll go into that platform.
Right. I love it, Well, thanks.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for getting that buzzer to buzz. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Good job.
Okay. Are you guys ready
To vote.
to vote? Yes. Break out your phones. You know where to go. Now is your opportunity to vote for your favorite
That was a tough one.
client appreciation technologist. Yeah, it's super tough. I
was
don't
a tough
even know which one I would
I'm
go
in the
with.
middle. Look, let's see what's happening here.
Yeah, so keep your votings going. If you're watching at home, if you're watching in lab coats, you guys can vote too, and speak your voice and who you want to partner with in your business. All right, the next one is super exciting because Jason Abrams is coming out here with Dan Siegler from Google to talk to you about the future of search.